Good Times returns to apartment 17C in the south side of Chicago. But now it's returning not as a live action, it's gonna return as an animation. You know, when I seen the trailer and I was looking at it, I was like, oh, okay, it looks cool. The actual, the cartoon image of it, the whole look of it, the feel, the aesthetic of the cartoon gave me like, I was getting like Proud Family, Babies, Kids. I was kind of thinking that vibe when I looked at it and I saw it. So when I watched the clips, I kind of was like, Good Times. I'm like, what Good Times where? You know, you know what I'm saying? But when I read into it and found out that I guess the writers, executive producers were planning on making it more so a new school version, obviously, because you can't recreate a classic like Good Times from the 70s. I think that's going to be hard to do anyway. So, you know, the late Norman Lear, who he passed last year in December at 101 years old, he was one of the executive producers. And I even read that he made a cameo. It was already filmed or whatever, or not filmed, but I guess his voice probably was recorded or whatever. And he was gonna make a cameo in the show. And you know, so Stephen Curry is also an executive producer, and as well as Seth MacFarlane. And my thing is, I think that's cool and all. I'm just kind of wondering, did Eric Monty also have something? Did he have a say in the show? I was kind of looking around for that. I'm gonna keep looking around to find out if he had anything to do with it, and if he didn't, you know, what's his take on Good Times? Because I know he had Eric Monty and Norman Lear were kind of like, those two were kind of, you know, they were beefing for a while, you know. You know, this is interesting. So it's gonna be the 4th generation of the Evans family. And so they're continuing on. It's basically, I kind of looked at it like a 70s meets, you know, the 2020s, which is funny. But my thing from what I saw, you know, it doesn't feel like Good Times. Like I felt like it feels like, you know, it's more like a Baby's Kids kind of thing. You know, that's the vibe I was getting from it. And then it seems some of the things I was hearing, it seemed a little, you know, pushing the envelope a little bit. And Good Times wasn't, from what I saw, from what I remember with Good Times, it wasn't really, you know, I think pushing the envelope as far as like the profanity and the you know, certain outfits and looks and stuff. And this is a live action from the 70s versus an animation cartoon. So that's what I'm finding. I'm like, wait, what? But I guess, like I said, I guess it's basically adjusting to the world of today. And so I guess that's how they're trying to work it out, which is why I'm kind of like, I think, you know, why not just do a whole new, you know, why not say, hey, yeah, the 4th generation of Good Times family, and give it another name, you know? You know what I'm saying? Give it a different name or whatever, because people are gonna take it like it looks like a different show. It doesn't look like, even if it is tied to Good Times, I guess you still could have gave it like, oh, it's a spinoff, the 4th generation of the Evans family, and maybe just give it a different title and kind of market it in that manner, I would say. But that's just my take on it. I think what's interesting is the cast. You got a familiar cast to some degree. Some people know, you know, some of the names, is the voices. You got, you know, Yvette Nicole Brown, Jay Farrow, JB Smooth, which is pretty cool. The cast, like I said, the cast looks good. It seems like a lot of people